I love it when people get it, when they say, oh, I get it. There's a connection with the good news, and they're able to get their heads round actually something of this good news of Jesus. For me, I look for the people of peace, people who will welcome me, they'll introduce me to their friends. And one of the places that I have gone regularly is one of the shops in Peterborough. I work as a city centre chaplain, and it's the local tattoo and piercing parlour. The kettle's always on, there's such a welcome. It's an incredible place to be welcome, just part of what goes on there. And I was sitting there one morning just having a cup of tea, and the owner said, Chris, are you busy? And I said, no. I wish I'd said, yeah, I am, because he then said, great, will you tattoo me? And I thought, what? Tattoo? You? I wouldn't know what to do. How do I do that? And he said, it's all right, one of the guys will show you. He said, the thing is, you see, when you come into this shop, you give me hope, and I want a symbol of hope. And I said, what's that then? He said, well, I want a cross. Now, there wasn't much of this young man that wasn't tattooed. He had some space on his ankle. And I tattooed the messiest, bloodiest, awful tattoo of a cross that you could imagine. But as I held his stinking feet with the tattoo gun in my hand, doing this crude cross, the unmistakable presence of the one who washes the feet of his friends was right with us. And as I tattooed this guy, he just poured out his heart. Some of the things that he'd been going through. I had no idea. This confident, inked young man with a successful business just poured out his heart. The heartache that he'd been going through. Extraordinary experience. Now, the guy that helped me tattoo, I'd been talking with him about Jesus and about my faith, and he'd had some encounters of the Christian faith before. Now, for months, I asked if we could meet to do Bible study, and he eventually said, yeah. So we met in Nero's coffee shop early Friday morning. We're just about to do some Bible study and look at Mark's Gospel. And he says, Chris, I need to tell you something. Excuse me. And I said, what's that? He said, I'm actually leaving the city. And I was gutted. I was like, oh no, why? He said, the thing is, right, God has met with me and I'm leaving my job to go and study theology because I want to become a minister. I wasn't expecting that. Just blew me away. Just the way that God had worked in his life, just through simply walking into a place of peace, a place where I was welcomed. I didn't share a lot about Jesus, I want to be honest with you. But yet Jesus had shared a lot with him, just through the action of walking into his place. Extraordinary how he got something through a very simple act. Just to go and be amongst people who haven't got a clue about Jesus.